Alright, and we're back for part 2 of Let's Play for Ashlands Retribution. And hopefully you enjoyed the first level. That one was pretty laid back, pretty easy, but things definitely start to pick up a little bit more. Like I said, you'll probably notice I'm playing the campaign right now, but I'm just kind of skipping through the monologues and the dialogues and some of the story stuff, only because, that's something that I think everybody should just kind of enjoy on their own time at their own pace, and you can play the game for yourself to kind of figure out what's going on. And I'm just trying to show off some of the gameplay and give people an idea of how crazy the game can get and just how random and insane things can be. Yeah, just a tip, sometimes you'll notice I'll hang out in the middle of whenever there's a ring that kind of drops around the player like that, a ring of enemies. I'll sometimes just hang out right in the middle of the ring. It's not always the safest place to be, but if you have max energy, you can get out of just about any situation. So, and sometimes you can just get an easy kill everything sort of all at once. By using a bomb. I like to try and line up my shots like that when I use my charges, because you sort of maximize the number of points you get. If you haven't noticed, in playing the game for yourself, if you've played the game before, whenever you charge through stuff, you get bonus XP for those. And so I try not to overuse the charge, because it really can get you into trouble sometimes. But at the same time, using it at certain strategic moments, it can definitely give you some extra XP, much needed XP too. Because if you're trying to beat the game in a single pass, kind of like how I'm doing. XP is very important, because it's even while you're trying to just grind for points, you're probably only going to get maybe like 1 or 2 more augmentations by the time you get to the last game, or to the last planet. So you pretty much have to find a way to beat the game with about 4 augmentations, maybe only 3. And you'll notice I use mostly dashing and bombs. That's the easiest, I think, in a lot of situations, but at the same time, dashing doesn't use that much energy, so you can get off probably about 3 of them, and bombs, you can get off a couple of them. You'll notice that plasma detonation there, I kind of wait until the very last second, or as close as possible to it, because it kind of gets you, it allows as many enemies as possible to kind of land on the screen before you kind of set it off. So you definitely want as many enemies as possible on play, on the playing field, before you set it off, or else you're just not going to get the best use out of it. And you're going to end up having to kill those guys when they finally do come down. So it's in your best interest to just kind of hold off. As crazy and random as it seems, the Conquest mode does have a little bit of scripting involved, but it's not scripting in the traditional sense like you would consider, like you play a Call of Duty and like you go just down a linear corridor and stuff just happens every single time the exact same way. It's more where the enemies themselves are scripted, the kinds of enemies, the number of enemies are scripted, but the things that those enemies do is completely random, which is why it just looks like complete chaos, but at the same time, it's under control. It knows what's going on. Okay, things get interesting now. Alright, let me see if I can... Ugh. Oh, come on. Stupid. Let's go. That was my fault. I should have been able to dodge that. I wasn't playing that smart. Alright, I need some more energy before I shoot this guy down. Alright, that's gonna have to do. So you notice I was kind of building up some energy. The reason for that is after you get the boss down to a certain amount of health, he'll kind of disappear. He'll sort of cloak himself, and you can kind of see him right there, but you can't shoot him. He's kind of in a cloaked state right now. So, oh, there we go. He came back. So you have to make sure you have enough to kind of fend off all of the enemies that he sort of calls in, and you have all these missile strike reinforcements, and it's real easy to get hit by one if you're not paying attention. You have to see where you're going and where they're dropping from. Now if I do this smart, I could probably kill this guy in three tries. If you don't play it right, you end up pretty much having to shoot him down maybe about 4 times. I'm playing a little bit conservative now, only because I'm trying to save my bombs here for this guy. Yeah. Okay, so what I did there was basically he had a certain threshold, and I was shooting him down just to that threshold, and then I was letting off a bomb so I could take him way past that threshold before he disappeared. So it let me kill him actually a lot faster than just trying to gun him down. Alright, so that is episode 2, and I guess I'll see you guys for episode 3. Hopefully you like what you see so far, and I'll be chatting with you soon.